run past, the
Come
walkway.
inside on the grass.
Yeah, come in on the grass. Yeah, don't go.
I just don't want to disturb none of this right here.
Nah, you good. You better. I just don't want you blocking where they running past.
We on.
Alright, hey, Shalom, call halal, Yahweh, Shem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kakadash, double honors to the apostles, great millstone, salutations to the elect, men, women, and children that believe are the 1/3. Out here another week to touch on prophecy and give you Israelites warning that you in the last days and that you need to repent and come back. So we're going to matter of fact, give me Ezekiel 3:17. Then we're gonna touch on some prophecies as far as the MOTB, because we recently on the 19th of August, Trump, a lot of people were sleeping, but Trump did a digital asset summons, you know, based upon cryptocurrency and bringing in like basically a digital market and doing away with the dollar. It was like a 45-minute talk he did, you know, and a lot of people slept on that because they don't know, you know. And it's funny, you niggas talk about getting money and getting all this, the bag, but when it really comes down to finance and digital markets and shit like that, you niggas don't watch the real bag, because when it comes down to like the Security Exchange Commissions, when it comes down to Yahoo Finance, financial news, you niggas don't watch that shit. Stock market exchange shit, or the CFTC, which is the commodities future trading commissions. I almost forgot. Commodities futures trading commissions. So that deals with commodities, like and niggas don't even know what a commodity is. Niggas don't know what a security is, but y'all like, we gotta get to the bag, man, the bag. Well, guess what? The bag is going digital. And once the bag goes digital, that's the grounds to be laid for what? The MOTB, you got that?
Yeah. This is Ezekiel 3:17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel.
Right. I have made thee a watchman into the house of Israel. And that's a pleasure to be in this truth. Because in order to be a watchman, you need eyes to see. And eyes to see what? This truth. You know what I mean? Because if you ain't got eyes to see, you ain't going to be able to watch. You ain't going to be watching for nothing. So he said, what? Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Read on.
Therefore, hear the word at my mouth, and give them warning from me.
Yeah, and give them warning from me. And that's what we come out to do, to give Israel and give warning to the 12 tribes, the people that's on his side, which is who? You Negroes, West Indians, you Haitians, and you so-called Hispanic tribes from the northern tribes, from Ephraim on down to Issachar. You know, y'all make up the 12 tribes of Israel. So we come to give you warning, but that last digital summit, basically he letting you know that they doing away with the dollar. So a currency always have to be around to run a society. So you need currency, because currency runs, that's what keeps a society afloat and running. That's what makes it an economy. So the dollar is going to be around, but it's going to be a digital dollar. It's going to be a dollar that you use, because people use digital money now through their credit card, through their Apple Pay, through their Google Pay. That's all what? That's all digital. That's like digital money. But they're gonna digitize it even more to where it operates on a way faster scale.
Yeah, they introduce y'all to that with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a form of digital currency, and It's current today. It's still being used.
You can
but
buy
on a
shit
small
with
level.
it. Yeah.
Cryptocurrency
Because
too.
you know the world has not embraced it yet because it's recently being introduced. But that's form of cyber currency.
Right, and because what? Crypto, when you go into the word crypto means hidden. Like crypt, C-R, like apocrypha, right? APO means to send like an apostle, you send them out. And crypt means hidden. Like if you say like encrypted codes, that means like it's hidden. Even with gangbanging, amongst the Crips, they could hide their colors. Bloods wasn't like allowed to like do so. But a Crip could you could ask me Crip, he could deny it and play, because they got the saying be cool, calm, and collected amongst them. So they got the ability to go the blend if they want. And one thing about red is loud. It's like out there, it's like in the open, is loud. But when you go into the, and not to get on gangs, but just to show you how wordplay works. Cryptocurrency, when you break the word down, crypt means to hide, meaning like it's hidden. Because when you think about Bitcoin, right, you can't, it's like if you was to buy some, it's like, yo, nigga, like, and that's why people scared to fuck with it, because it's like, yo, where is it at? You know what I mean? Like,
Can't put it in your hand.
like, yo,
With
you
my
telling me to buy like $1,000 worth of this shit, but like I can't like what do it look like whenever I'm gonna ever see it? You know what I mean? It's like Wi-Fi. Like you don't see no Wi-Fi signal. Like yo, like what, like and you tell somebody to invest into invest into the signal. Like where is it in a bottle? Like where the fuck is it at? And that's why it's like so the money is there. It's sitting on a blockchain. So and on a blockchain is like a ledger where they encrypt like all the money that's recorded. But you can't never physically touch the shit yourself. Like actually put your hands on it. It's just numbers, basically it's just numbers on the screen. And that's what's gonna give the elite's power to shut you down if you don't comply with the society. Ultimately what? That MOTB.
That's why they putting up data centers everywhere. Data centers is to record all of that information of everybody on this earth. They want a record of everybody on this earth. So when they implement the MOTB, there's nobody that they can say is unaccounted for.
Right.
And the ones that are unaccounted for, they want to get rid of. They want to off them, unalive them. You know, that's why we're bringing this out right now, man, to let you know the closeness or the seriousness of this new system, which is cryptocurrency. You know, which
right,
is the
which
MOTB.
is hidden. Yeah, because how you gonna hide money? What is hidden money? Like, yo, that's like we doing business, right? And you like, yo, I got the TV you wanted, and you be like, where's the money? You know what I mean? Because that's how people did business for years. Like, yo, well, where the bag at? Where the cash at? Or like where's the money? And it's like, yo, the money is there, but it's hidden. You will never touch it. You will never feel it. It's there. It's like a credit, faith-based system. And that's what makes the MOTB so dangerous, because it allows people, you basically putting your faith in this world by taking that MOTB and making Esau like your God. Because that's how much power they tie into that, like the brother said, with the data centers and all that. We're going to get into all that. We're going to get that MOTB. Yeah.
Start from the top.
Right.
All right, this is Revelation chapter 13, verse 1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns.
Right, so the beast that rose up out of the sea. No, 13 and 16.
Oh, start from 16.
Yeah. I was about to start breaking down the beast. But we know the beast is Esau, you know, NATO and the EU. And that's a whole, like, another breakdown. like getting into that history.
Right.
But basically, the beast is Esau's modern day power structure over this earth.
That's right.
You know, read on.
All right, this is Revelation 13, verse 16. And he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor.
So that he is not just one person. It's because they the elites. They one body. You know, you got that group, one body in your house shot, but it's not one person. And them dudes is off. But you know, but it's a group of them. You know, so it said he causes all, right, both small and great. And hey, and the major difference with all these different camps, you know, brothers teach all kinds of different shit that's outside of the proper doctrine. But the real thing to really riff about is that name, Yahweh, Yahushua, and the MOTB.
That's right.
See, one thing Esau, and that's how you know somebody's sold out. One thing Esau, when he get to you, he gonna make you get rid of that name. Because when you check Comfy and all these different dudes out, GOCC, these different camps, what's the first thing they do? They got rid of that name. They changed it. Oh, the name ain't that no more. That was the first thing they got rid of. Because that's what the elites tell you, like, yo, that name, like, yo, we gotta, you gotta, yeah, you gotta switch it up, call it something else, you know, when they deal with the name. So, and then the second part they make you get rid of is the MOTB. They have you, they be like, yo, either you don't teach on that at all, or when somebody asks you about it, say it's something else. And it's obviously what the MOTB is, the breakdown of it. It's like when you go over it, it's common sense. Even if you don't get into the wordplay and the Greek, the Hebrew, and all of that. But read that.
That's right. It's common sense, man. You know, it's a implant that got to be put in your system, and y'all know that the most of every credit card has it right now, and there's not you barely can go into a store without them saying, oh, you got that, you got the card with the little you know, C-hip. So they letting you know that it's narrowing down to make it plain upon tables, man.
Yeah, and a lot of stores like in Manhattan on Fifth Avenue, a lot of them high-end stores, they don't take cash.
Yep.
They don't take cash. And why? And for one reason, everything can be traced when you don't take cash. And cash, and when you don't take cash, it prevents people from stealing from you. Cause say you got a business that take cash too, and you're not there. You know, owners don't be there like that. But say you made $5,000 that day, right? But let's say 1,700 of it was in cash. Don't you know they could play with the cash register and all of that shit and pocket 500
Yeah.
and ring the sales up to where it only came, and you don't fucking know. But see, with digital, with the card, with the swipe, everything is recorded. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, we don't take cash. So you got to swipe for every, say you selling plates or hot dogs or whatever. Every hot dog you sold or hamburger you sold was accounted for because everybody swiped and used their card. But when you taking cash, hey, all these gook spots with Moab, see, you go to the gook spot, you know, I stay away from that shit for the most part, but I would give me some wings from here and there. That's all I eat out of there is wings, because it's hard to fake a chicken wing or a rat, because not the boneless shit, the shit with the bone in it. If you could chop up a wing, a rat in the shape of a wing, you a bad motherfucker. You a bad motherfucker. But a lot of these Moabite spots, they be like, no, cash only, cash only, cash only. Those spots like that they not gonna make it. They gonna belly up, because everything is like, because they gonna have it where, like, if you try to pay cash for something, you're gonna have to pay this high incentive. Like, it's times I go to T-Mobile to pay my bill. They be like, oh, you trying to pay your bill in the store, you got to pay an extra store fee, like $10, $5
Yeah.
store fee, just to pay it in the store, because they don't want your ass coming to the store. It used to be like $5. Oh, you want to pay cash? You want to come in the store and pay cash $5? Or if you try to call a bill in, say you call it in, they'll be like, oh, $5 calling fee. But if you let us do auto pay, it's no fee, and matter of fact, we give you a discount. Cause you'd be like, yo, auto pay, no fee. So say your phone bill is $50, but if you call it in, it might be 55 or 57. But if you let them do auto pay, it might be 45. So you saving from 45 to 57, you saving like $12, $13 just from letting them go deal with auto pay. And you know, the average poor person, like, yo, I could use that $13 for something. And that gets you to comply with the system. And that's how Esau baits you into, he make things cheaper and more beneficial for the direction he wants you to go in. And the direction he don't want you to go in, he basically, because this man's the devil, he set up like roadblocks, like financial road, like, nah, we pay it that way, we gonna pay more, just pay it like this. You know what I mean? And that's what he wants you to get adjusted and accustomed to doing. But it said he calls it, the word calls it, you got, pull that up in the blue letter, because we gonna hit a lot of blue letter breakdowns here. So he said he calls it, and the word calls it is poeo. And that means what? To manufacture or to construct. So he calls it all.
And small and great, rich and poor.
Yeah, and that means Esau, the word poeo meaning he's manufacturing a system. Like he's because when you think like, in order for the mark of the beast to run, you can't, like, say Esau's not gonna just take a little chip and put it in your hand and you could just buy shit with it. It's like you gotta see, and that's why what's wrong with our people. They don't think. The scripture says meditate on the word day in and day out. So you gotta think like, well, this device is not actual money. So in order for this device to actually buy something, it got to be tied to something. It got to be tied to some type of grid, some type of system that it runs on. Like, that's like if I take this fucking stick and put it in your hand. It ain't gonna, like, so the question is, how does it work? How does the MOTB actually work? And if you're not a studious person, that's gonna be a brain buster. And most jakes is lazy. In the truth, they lazy. They don't research things. They don't go over nothing. They don't see how like things developing. And that's why y'all say a lot of y'all just lost and bugged out. But that's why these off dudes, a lot of them say the MOTB is not the mark of the RFID chip is not the mark of the beast. And the reason they saying that, a lot of times you lack understanding of the scriptures. Like the Lord saying in Matthew 22:29, you err not knowing the scriptures. But if you really understood the scriptures and the breakdown of it and the power of the MOTB and why Esau wanted so bad, because this is his only way to enslave the planet. The earth is big as hell, but you got to understand what makes the earth small is the internet. The internet makes the earth little as hell. You know, because on the internet with the satellites and all of that, with that type of technology, you basically compacted the earth into like a small box now. So get that word causes. Poeo. and he's 16. Pause it. Right there. Hit G.
G, 15.
And hit. Yeah, listen.
Oil.
Right, now go scroll to the definition.
This is Poeo. What the names of things made to produce.
To produce. So like a producer doesn't just make. He don't just walk in the studio and make shit. A producer like P. Diddy, he's in that bitch. Dr. Dre, those producers. And if you know something about Dr. Dre, he they say that dude be in the studio for days, not sleeping, just listening to old tracks, old beats, things from the 70s, different sounds. No, change that sound. And rappers was like, yo, that's the same sound. And he was like, no, it's not the same sound. And it'd be like a little difference in it. Because when you produce something, it takes time to like actually manufacture it.
Yeah.
So the word cause it is not like he gonna make you do it. But really it's gonna be a faith thing. But the word cause get into the word poeo. For the studious brothers out there.
Like an engineer.
He's gonna engineer. Hey, let's go back to the studio. Because music is something creative. What do they call a music studio? The lab. Jake in the hood, they be like, yo, I'm about to go to the lab.
And one of the best DJs, the engineer, is Dr. Dre.
Yeah, and hey, you go to a studio and they got a fucked up engineer, or they don't have an engineer at all. You could be the top fucking rapper in the world, but your music gonna sound like shit. Cause when it comes down to them mixing and mastering that shit down, the song, you gonna be like, yo, we got a hot beat, the lyrics is hot, but nigga, why does shit sound like that? That's because the engineer was shitty. But people don't understand. You got musical engineers and you got what? Software engineers. Esau is building his market of beast system for the MOTB to run on, the Poeo. Right now he got what? Software engineers. These are people who fuck with programs and shit like that. And the software engineer, like building a digital world, is way faster than building a physical world. Let's say North New Jersey was destroyed and they came in and tried to rebuild it. You know how long that shit'd take? It'd take decades, right? But when you rebuilding through a digital, that shit don't take long. You know, they got programs like, yo, build a city, build this, build that. And the AI builds you a city within like 7 minutes. And you're like, yo. So software, so this thing is moving quick.
That's why they call them smart cities. Because they have the technology to give you a projection of how it's going to look and all the stuff you need. And they build it quick within months, not years, because they already see how it's going to look. They already made the blueprint. All right, they got the equipment. They got machines that put these things together, where it used to take manpower, but they machines come in and wire your building up.
Yeah, with the Alexa and all of that shit.
Yeah, so they smart cities, but they be low quality as far as the material, but they're good quality with the fast how the production is to put it together.
Right.
And it's convenient because everything is digital, right?
And that's
with
what's
the
going
press
to
of
get
a
people.
button, you know?
That's what's going to get them, that convenience.
Yeah.
Because everybody now is about convenience. Even something not taking too long, especially with these Gen Zs, it's taking too long. You like, God damn, man, we just like, yo, like give it some time. Like, we just kind of got here.
They even got something called portable houses now. They get built somewhere else, and they get shipped right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at these, how quick these buildings going up. So everything is about a convenience. And that's what's going to have people hooked to the mark of the beast. Because people ain't going to have patience. Hey, what the Lord say, woe to him that has lost patience. You know what I mean? People not going to have patience to... imagine if they be like, listen, anybody with the mark of the beast, when it first dropped, right? Anybody with the microchip could come in this line right here, and that line just leave the store. Say you grocery shopping. But those without the chip, we only got one cashier, and you gotta wait in the line over there, and there's 50 people in that line. And the average person might try to hold that. I don't care, I'll just wait in line. I ain't taking no chip in my hand, right? But the more he go to that store and had to wait in that line to pay for his shit, and he just seeing people walk out. Because they got the smart cards now, where you pick up the item, you scan it and put it in the cart, that shit comes straight out to your bank account. And you just walk out of the store with it. And when people see you doing shit like that, then you standing in some long ass line with 50 people just with your groceries, people ain't gonna want to do that. Remember check cashing? Them check cashing spots closed down.
Yeah.
You don't see them shits no more. Man, if it's a check cashing spot open right now, he probably doing something crooked. Yeah, because ain't no check cashing spots. Ain't no check cashing spots open like that.
Closing on a high rate.
Yeah. But remember, like back in the day, you used to get your check, go to the check, because niggas ain't have bank accounts like that. So what Esau's trying to do, he's trying to, with cryptocurrency in the digital market, he's trying to bank the unbanked. Meaning that, like, yo, it's called decentralized finance. Matter of fact, look up that term, DeBar. Decentralized finance. So centralized finance, that means you dealing with your finances, you dealing with a central authority, like a bank.
Decentralized finance.
But D means against, meaning, and central meaning is no head or authority. So it's decentralized, meaning like it's no bank. You your own bank. And that's how they gonna get the whole world to get on the beast system. Because not everybody have a bank account. That they said like only a third of the world, like in the Western world. Then what about people in Africa and shit like that? You know, in Kenya or in fucking Somalia, because they gonna get MOTB'd up too. The scriptures say he's gonna cause everybody to get it. So, and everybody not gonna have a bank account. So what Esau's doing, he got something called decentralized finance, meaning it's no central authority. It's everybody is able to deal from your phone. Your phone is your bank. You could get loans from it and all of that shit. You don't gotta walk into no fucking building. If you check these banks out, a lot of these banks bellying up. You don't see these branches, all these different branches used to be. Them shit where we used to camp at, they bellied that shit up.
Like I deal with banking, but I don't have a bank. I deal with a digital bank from my phone.
Right.
And it allows you to do direct deposit, you name it, pay bills. Y'all know what the company is, Chime Bank.
Yeah.
Chime is not a
But
place
you
where
don't walk in.
inside.
Okay.
There's no representative, you know? And I did that because there's no fee. There's no fee to deal with Chime Bank. You know how every other bank, they charge $10 a month or something like that for you to do business with them? Chime don't. So, and I don't want to be on the grid as far as dealing with these banks and putting my money somewhere.
And they
where
loan
can
your
collapse.
money out. They loan your money out and don't give you. They give you little or to nothing. Say you put $100 grand in the
Interest
bank,
rate,
their interest rate gonna be like 0.0002%.
Yeah.
While they loaning your shit out, eating off of it. But when you got a decentralized bank, they can't fuck with your shit. You kinda like now. The elites could shut the shit, like lock it, but they couldn't like go in and like take it out because it's decentralized. You don't have like a central authority. You got that definition?
Yeah, here you go. This is decentralized finance. Decentralized finance uses blockchain technology and smart contracts to deliver financial services.
Okay, so a smart contract is, all right, a physical contract is I sign something, you look at it and read it, and we agree and we give it to you. A smart contract, how could I put it? All right, a vending machine. Let's think about a vending machine. A vending machine, you making a deal with that vending machine, but it's no contract written. It's like, listen, the machine is already programmed to, if I put this dollar in there, you're gonna give me my Snickers bar. But the machine automatically gonna read it's smart contracted, meaning like it's built into the fucking machine already. So it's like, yo, if I do this and I do this and I do this, you're gonna give me this. Nobody's screwing over nobody.
Instantly.
Yeah, it's instant. See, with physical contracts, you need a reader. You need a lawyer to read it because you don't know what might be in that contract that got clauses in it that might screw you. But with a smart contract, everything is already sealed within it. So what a vending machine is, if I put $2 in it and push A2, you're gonna give me a Snickers bar. But nobody told them, you didn't talk to the machine like, hey, no, it's already built in. So those smart contracts.
Right.
Like if you was to buy Bitcoin, right? You buy you some Bitcoin. You ain't doing no deal with nobody that's selling you the Bitcoin. You buying it through what? A smart contract.
No middleman.
No middleman. So basically the AI and the computers work as and thinking about that, what's gonna happen to lawyers if you got smart contracts around?
Yeah, because lawyers are the middleman. They the ones who look over the contract and tell you if it's right or wrong for you. But with these decentralized finances, they already has been looked over, and once you make that deal, you already in. You can start banking immediately.
Right.
And there's no middleman to discuss the terms or whatever, because the terms come within what you getting, what you filing, what you signing for.
Exactly, because it's already built in the code.
And that Adobe is the notary. The Adobe, you don't have to get a paper in the mail, sign it, and send it back off. The Adobe is a program that is an electrical notary public. It's
Right.
an electric. It's instant. As soon as you sign that, or you type your name in, or they got the you can write it with your finger. You know what I'm saying? The pad that you can just write with your finger. That's you signing the contract, and then there's no middleman to have to look it over.
Right.
All right, because they already put all their terms in that paper, in that note that they send you, and you just sign it. And then once you sign it, y'all in business.
Yeah, or they do a face scan. They do a face scan. So the way you could sign literally. You could sign through your voice. They got voice recognition.
Yeah.
Cause hey, I had lost my bank card once. I had to order another one. So when I called to order another one, I thought I had to I remember all my 16-digit code, my 3-digit code. I know all that shit by heart. That's just the type dude I am or whatever. So when I was able to, when I called, when I called and I just want to finish this point. when I called and get the new card, I thought I had to put my information in, my PIN code and all that. They said, here with Chase Bank, we have a new way of identifying our customers. Voice recognition is just as accurate as DNA fingerprint. So all we need you to do is to repeat your address one time, and I said my address, and that shit instantly went into my account. If I had any crackle in my voice or anything, that shit would have known it wasn't me. So they got voice recognition, they got biometric scans. So if they want you to really scan something or do that, you would have to do like a biometric scan. Because the way you buy Bitcoin is not through, you don't go somewhere and be like, yo, give me this Bitcoin. You got to do like a face. You got to put your face up, because it's something called exchanges where they sell the crypto at. In order for you to go on the exchanges, you need to put your, like, they say take a picture of your ID, yeah. But the main thing they know is you. They grab you gotta have your phone, because everybody got a smartphone. Even the remember the Obama phones came out? Mm-hmm. They was like, they flip, even if you a bum on the street, you got a smartphone, because they ain't want nobody to have regular flip phones no more.
They call EBT phones now.
But they like still smart, you could download shit, yeah.
I'm saying, if you got any form of public assistance and you getting benefits from the government, they make sure that you got a smartphone, and they make sure it's up to date, like new shit. Yeah. And like, yo, you can't say you didn't have the resources, because now it's free to do business and banking, and for them to keep track of you. They know what you're buying on your EBT card. You don't even need a card no more. You can go in the store and scan your phone to get your products. So you can't do like how they used to do when you used to be able to go into the store or bodega, a regular corner store, and cash your stamps in. And that's obsolete now, because it's too much identification tracking where you can't do that. It's being tracked as far as
you can keep talking.
Yeah, as far as what we dealing with in this world right now, everything is being recorded. So, you know, the less you get to do under the table, the more that they got that control over you. And that's why they bring out them new smartphones.
Okay.
The free ones. The free Obamas.
Right.
That's what they call it.
And they got your phone automatically update itself. And if you keep denying the update, your shit will just shut off and update itself on its own.
Yep.
It'll reboot itself and update itself on its own. Because it'll ask you, like, you want to update now or later. You know, half the time I'll be doing something. I always hit the later shit, but after a while, if you keep hitting the I'll do it later, that shit'll just go blank on you one day and just self-reboot to the newest and latest system. So it's more on decentralized finance.
Yeah. Right. It says smart contracts to deliver financial services like lending, borrowing, and trading without traditional middlemen such as banks or brokers.
So you could lend money, you could borrow money, and you could trade money without traditional. Bring that back. That was heavy. I mean, we were saying it anyway, right. But
decentralized financial uses blockchain. Yeah, I got it.
That's sick because the spirit coming out.
Yeah. Technology and smart contracts to deliver financial services like lending, borrowing and trading without traditional middlemen such as banks or brokers.
Yeah, you don't need them no more. So what's gonna happen to these bank tellers, the manager at the bank, and all them? Them niggas gonna get laid the fuck. Yo, Esau laying everybody the fuck off.
Yep. Lawyers.
Hey, yo, he got this AI sitting there. How this B system coming about? Man, why do you think a lot of them end time movies you see a bunch of people like screaming for jobs, like we need jobs, we need jobs? It's not they screaming for jobs because it's actually no jobs, but it's no jobs due to the technology that ate up everything. Like a receptionist, jobs like that shit over with.
Coding too.
Medical billing and coding. They said any job that you had like sitting at a cubicle where you would sit like them office jobs and shit like that, the AI taking that shit. It was like by the next couple of years, them shit, it'll be straight obsolete. Matter of fact, they had a show on the Twilight Zone, an episode called Obsolete Man, a throwback episode. Is more on that?
No.
All right, hit decentralized finance and banking the unbanked.
Decentralized finance and banking the unbanked.
Right. Because now, this how Esau gonna get everybody aboard. Because he can't give everybody on earth a bank account. Matter of fact, before you get that, go to how many people on earth have a bank account. Because how the MOTB gonna run if it's not glued to some type of account?
80% of the world's adult population,
which is roughly 80% of the world's adult population, have a bank account or use mobile money. However, around 1.3 billion adults globally remain without access to financial institutions. For financial advice, consult a professional.
all right, so it says 5.2 billion people have account at a financial institution or through a mobile money provider.
Right, so the money provider don't count. I'm talking about an actual, like,
The
a
amount?
centralized bank.
All right, so about 1.3 billion adults remain unbanked.
Right, and the elites can't have that because the prophecy on the MOTB is he calls us all,
Right.
small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. Ask how many people in Africa, how many people on the continent of Africa have a bank account?
I'm gonna get y'all stuff from Peter Hill. Man.
Yeah.
About 40 to 43% of adults in Africa, roughly 550 to 600 million people, have traditional bank accounts.
So under half.
Yeah.
He said 43%.
Yes.
So how you going to hit the whole continent of Africa if only 43% of them have a bank account? See, these things people supposed to be thinking about when they read on the MOTB, like, well, how this devil supposed to do something like this? He's doing it now, but it's through this blockchain, decentralized finance, cryptocurrency shit he's doing now. That's how he's gonna bank the unbanked. Because guess what? If you got a phone, you got a bank account. You don't need to, you know how hectic it is to set up a bank account? You go in there, you sit at that little table till they call you.
What,
yeah,
yeah?
sir, would you like to open up a check-ins or savings? Have you ever been with Bank of America before? Do you have your ID? Do you have 2 forms of ID? And all? Man, nigga, imagine doing that with the whole 1.3 billion people that's unbanked. Man, fuck that. The elite said, listen, man, fuck all of that shit. We gonna set up bank accounts through the mobile devices.
Yep.
We gonna bank everybody through these shits. Everybody got a fucking bank account.
And it takes less time to do it too. 5
Yeah,
minutes.
if you got a smartphone, you got a bank account. You could lend, borrow, trade, all that shit. You can get a loan, all that shit right here. You ain't gotta talk to no fucking body.
It's called DeFi. When you check out the word DeFi, that's like defying the Most High by making everybody under your system.
Yeah, but D means against, and fi is short for finance. So decentralized. What is? You right though. You right. But the actual word there in the financial world is called decentralized finance.
Yeah, FI for finance and DE for decentralized.
Right, because D means against. Like if you say I'm degrading you, that means you going against, or you be D, the prefix means to rebel. So D
or repel.
D means against. Central. Central is like an authority figure, like Chase, Bank of America, like a middleman. Because central means what? Like if you in the center of something, that means like you in the middle. So D means against the middleman of financing. So I'm going to, and why you think so many of them banks, they be against the whole concept? Yeah, they be against the whole concept of the crypto thing. That's what I was doing. Y'all brothers good?
Yeah, I wanted to.
Yeah, y'all brothers good.
Centralized is used in the word CIA, Central Intelligence Agency, Central Intelligence Agency.
Right.
So they showing you that they and who does the CIA monitor everybody. They actually like the biggest agency around. They bigger than the FBI. You know.
Yeah, because FBI is domestic.
Yeah.
CIA is international.
Yeah. It's a global thing.
Yeah, that's a global thing.
They use the word centralized. So decentralization, you know, is dealing with all banks and all people. You know?
Right. So
Finna read the centralized.
yeah. Decentralizing banking and unbanked.
Yeah. This is a decentralized finance aims to break the unbanked by using internet to bank the unbanked.
Ooh.
By using internet connected mobile phones and blockchain technology to offer peer-to-peer financial services. This approach bypasses traditional banks.
And now you ain't got them in your pocket like that. See, the elites grimy. See, the elites on it like this. If you ain't one of us, I'm turning your ass to a slave. We don't give a fuck if you black, white, brown. And that's why it says what? He calls it all, both small and great. He doing away with banks. He doing away with lawyers. He doing away with taxi cabs and shit like that. All of that shit is going to be on an AI automated robotic type system that runs on by itself through what? Through smart contracts.
Selfless, driverless cars.
Yeah, it's through smart contracts.
This approach bypasses traditional banks, letting users globally store value, send payments, identification hurdles, or middlemen. So this process is just like it says, cutting out the middleman, going through hurdles. All right.
And them banks, and fuck them banks, man. Them banks been robbing niggas for years. And that's why when you check out Jamie Dimon and these different dudes that run like these banks and shit, they against cryptocurrency. They like one thing they pushing right now is the Clarity Act. So under the Clarity Act, it's still on the books, but they fighting against it. But the reason they fighting against it, because they know if decentralized banking comes, them banks is screwed. They ain't gonna be able to like rip off the public on the way they how they used to do.
Yeah, because wealthy people give bankers their money to tell them to finance it. Like, yo, handle my money and put it in this bank and do what you gotta do to bring you back more money. But they ain't gonna be doing that no more. All right, because decentralized finances is going to be telling you to bring your money to the internet or to AI.
Right.
And the AI going to do it.
Yeah. And you're going to have your own code and identity and authority to like manage your own finance. It's no like I got to go to, you go to the bank, right?
No more Bernie Madoffs.
Right. You know, you go to the bank, right, and you tell them, yo, give me $20,000. They'll tell you no. They'll tell you it's too much. They'll tell you only can take out X, Y, Z at a time, and so on. Case in point, you know how much money it'll cost? Well, put it like this. If you want to send $1 million to Europe, London, you know the fastest way to do it and cheapest way to do it is to get on a plane and take it there yourself. Because if you go through a bank and try to send it over there, you know it's going to take like 3 days, 4 days to get there. And what the bank say? You got to give us 3 to 5 business days. Motherfucker, I ain't got 3 to 5 business days. My brother over there got a real estate deal. He said if I don't get that money by tomorrow, the deal is off the table and we're going to lose this building we about to buy. You talking about 3 to 5 business days. So my best bet is to run to Newark Airport and book a flight to London with my $1 million and give it to my brother. Because if I tried to send it there, through the modern day, through centralized banking, the shit gonna take, what if it's a Thursday? What if it's a Thursday and he need it by Friday and they saying, nah, it ain't gonna get there due to the weekend? Because banks are closed on weekends. Some of them open on Saturdays, but they only open half a day. They open maybe from 9 to 12? And they be like, oh, due to this a weekend, you gotta wait longer. Nigga, listen, in order for Esau MOTB system to work, he can't have shit like that around. Because that MOTB need to move that money quick. He can't have motherfuckers like, yo, it's talking about some 3 to 5 days. No, I send you the bread, you got the bread. Just like that. But it's not gonna be a Babylonian thing or American thing. It's gonna be a global thing. You got money, you in Africa, what's Nigeria, they money called the Nairas, right? You in Nigeria, and I need to send you $1,000. Say it's 100 million Nairas, because they money cheaper, right? Say $1,000 is 10 million Naira, right? Guess what? Under decentralized financing, I could send that money, and it'll get there in 3 seconds, and not just get there, it'll convert it. It'll convert it to, because when you in another country and you get money, you gotta go to the money exchanges, you gotta change it to that country's currency, and everybody taxing you. So by the time I send that 1,000, he only probably get 800. Because people, all the hands is going to go through to convert it, and by the time he get it, people going to be taken out. And it's going to take a while to get to him. Like, oh, you trying to send money like overseas? Like, hell no. Then they tell you how much you can send. Under decentralized finance, you're just going to be able to ship that shit like that. And it's going to convert it to whatever world currency you at. In the blink of an eye, without they call it FX rates, which is foreign exchange rates. And foreign exchange rates, there's more on that?
Yeah.
All right, read that.
This is how decentralized finances help the unbanked.
Right.
Mobile wallets replace physical bank.
A mobile wallet, meaning you don't got my wallet in the car, but you ain't got no leather wallet. You it's a digital wallet.
Yeah, it's smart. It's software apps on smartphones.
Right.
Stable coins offers digital dollars that avoid local currency inflations.
Right. So they got digital dollars, so the actual physical dollar is going to be gone.
Right, because the local currency inflation and high cross-border transfer fees is what the brother was talking about. Like when you go to the money exchange center, there's taxes that they're going to take out for if you bring in $700 US to Nigeria.
They gonna tax you.
Yeah.
They gonna exchange the money, but they gonna hit you with exchange rate fee.
Yeah, like $200 out your $700.
Yeah, you gonna be like, damn. But that's what the elites want, because people with deals like that, people going on board to the everybody aboard, everybody aboard. And when people aboard the beast system, then they gonna be like, everybody aboard, all aboard, and they going.
That's when it's going to launch. Yep. Yep. Everybody on board. Welcome to the new system. Welcome to
Now, if y'all
the
want to
new currency.
maintain y'all DeFi and all that, we need you. We ain't dealing the phone shit no more. We need you to put this in here,
Okay.
and everything's gonna work off of here.
And
Because the phones, they gonna make something up. The phone's been getting hacked lately.
This been going for a good 20, 30 years now, so this about to be obsolete.
That shit old.
All right, everything that they do will be like in a 30-year period, man. With the Metro cards was a good 30, 40 years, and that's out of here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Metro cards a new system, the turnstile's a new system. Everything is just like digital. All right, and the next step to digital is making it Neuralink, like embedded in your body.
Right.
But this technology is obsolete now.
That's old.
You know?
Yeah, that's old.
Walking around with a phone is obsolete. People taking it to the next level, like how they incorporate it into their bodies, man.
Because the phones really, they got the Apple Watch phones,
Yeah.
and they got the phones on the glasses.
Yeah.
So it's just like, because really walking around with my phone, I got the Fold, the Galaxy Fold, and that phone could be heavy as hell. Lucky I drive, but if I was like a person that like, when you see them nigga women with them big ass phones in their back pocket and shit, like phones is like, I'm not saying that they are super burden, but it's just like, yo, this carry this heavy ass phone, especially you got a note, a big wide screen or something like that, that's kind of like tedious. So what people was doing, they making it where they got the holograms now.
Better
Where-
world.
Yeah, you could like pull like, you could tap a button and pull up a hologram and answer the phone or text somebody
Yeah, that's
on through
meta.
the hologram.
That's better.
Yeah.
They even making the
Metaverse.
future. They working on this technology now, where your eyeball gonna be the phone now.
Yeah. That's the Neuralink.
The Neuralink, yeah.
Musk is trying to get everybody on board with that because he on board with the chip. He on board with the CN. That mark is a global thing that all these kings are all sitting at the table dealing with. Like they G20 summits is about the mark. You know, it ain't about the economy for the next 10 years. But then again, it is, but it's all involving
that
the mark.
Yeah.
Because your economy is going to go according to you spending how they introducing the new form of spending, the new form of currency.
Yeah.
All right, that's why we in Revelation 13 right now.
And it do so-called has its benefits because, like I said, nobody, if you're running a business, how people going to steal from you if you don't take cash? They would have to actually hack into your account and take the money, and then they're going to get flagged. Then not only, say if they was successful at doing it, you're going to get traced. That's like, you had these dumb niggas in New York, they robbed somebody, a Uber dude, but they made him go into his Cash App and send them the money. You know, YNs. You know what I mean? I it was like months
Your
ago.
Cash App is a digital footprint.
Yeah, it's gonna come back to you, you idiot.
Niggas.
It's gonna, and even if it's not you, whoever you sent it to, and whoever cashed it out or whatever, it's gonna be like, it's like.
It's traceable. It's traceable.
It's traceable, man. So like, you know, and then people feel safe, like with even the digital notepad, right? It's a yellow app. It's like a pad. You color code it. So I'm kicking it with my mother. She got all these papers this paper, that paper. She got a bag full of papers. I'll pull up the digipad and I said, look, instead of riffling through all these damn papers, go into the digipad and put all your information in the digipad. Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Keep the mosquitoes down. It's peppermint and scent too. So
I was just reading about peppermint this morning.
yeah, keep the mosquitoes away. Alright.
I didn't even see that. I'm like,
Nah, the Lord have his way of giving people stuff.
All right, we're going back into Revelation.
Yeah.
All right, and it says, and he causeth all.
So cause meaning to manufacture, to engineer, to produce. So it's a system that's being built. But a lot of, see, if you ain't into the scriptures, you don't know, you don't see the system that's being built because you don't see construction workers walking around this bitch building a system. It's a behind the scenes system that's being built and engineered right now as we speak. Matter of fact, this whole process, what we're going through now with Iran and all of that, it's a global reset. Why you think they shut off the Straits of Hormuz? They knew by doing that, it'll cause an economic crisis. And why they got the economic crisis going on, they setting up the Poeo. So by the time they turn the system back over, they turn the system back over, they're gonna be like, okay, Iran withdrew their troops. They're gonna make up some bullshit and they're gonna reset the whole system. Because right now, see, oil is a commodity that the whole world needs. And by shutting down the Straits of Hormuz, you shut down 20% of the world's oil supply. And when you shut down 20% of the world's oil supply, it's gonna have an effect on the economy. But all of this shit is staged. We know it's prophecy, but it's the elites playing games. They resetting. That's why they call it the Great Reset. They resetting the old system and they bringing in the DeFi and all of that shit.
That's a trick bag, man. Like he said, when you first started, they make it sound convenient for you, but it's a death trap because you're losing your soul, man. When you grant them that contract, that smart contract, you're saying it's okay that you're gonna let these devils govern your every move.
It's a covenant.
Yeah,
Because a contract is a covenant.
That's right.
Yeah. And the MOTB is set up through smart contracts. Inside the chip is covenants built inside of it. And when you buy shit with it, you basically make it, when you take it, period, you made the covenant. But when you also buy shit, it's smart contract, it's self-built into it. That's like you on a video game and you spend money for a new weapon, you know, because you could buy things on the game now. And you be like, how do the game know to give me this weapon? Because it's already built in. So as soon as your payment go through, it's gonna go through. Now say if you make a payment that's too low, say the new weapon is $22, but you only gave it $21.78 because that was all on your card. It's gonna deny your money and not give you the weapon. But it's like, how do this shit know how to make the deal and when not to make the deal? Through smart contracts.
They know that you got enough because they can see your currency level through technology. Like they know your wallet amount.
Yeah.
Right? They know that you got it. All they gotta do is ask you for your card number. And once they get your card number, all your information is read. All right, and they know. And it's like they make it enticing. They make it seem like it's needed, but you don't need it. You don't need all this digital shit. You know what I'm saying? They just make it sound more, yo, you could use this, there's kickbacks, rollbacks, like it's not needed.
Yeah, but the new generation, they eat that, you know, we more
The
old
incentive.
school. They eat that shit up.
They
You
always
can't tell the
throwing
Gen
incentive.
Zs that.
And that it ain't needed. They make it sound good, but if you go up further on this chapter, in verse 11, it says, and behold, another beast coming up out of the earth, and had 2 horns like a lamb, and spake as a dragon. The 2 horns as a lamb is speaking the good things that you think you need, but actually is giving you, and spoke like a dragon, is giving you a whip at the end. Because what a dragon speaks, the system, the beast that is talking about is Esau's system.
Right, and the 2 horns was their rulerships, democracy and Republican. Yeah.
So they speaking in the term of, through politics, how they gonna make it better for you. Because they always using a governor, mayor, or president to make it sound better for you. Like with the tariffs, we making it better for America, but it's not.
Right.
You know, the American government is setting y'all up to think that he's gonna make America great again, but he's making America Babylon that it naturally is. That is modern day Babylon that it is, man. It's bringing it to the form of how the Babylonians did during their time to make America seem like the threshold, the seat for Babylon. You understand? And what they're doing is bringing about that system to make it sound all good, to make everybody join.
Right.
And that's what Babylon did. It made everybody want to get with them because how great they were making their democracy seem.
Right.
You know?
Hey, that's how I was going to say, one of the that well said, one of the greatest tactics of Satan, the devil, is, so Satan never tell a straight up lie for the most part. He always mix it with the truth. Because that's kind of like what gets you. Like if you putting down rat poison, you don't just throw down raw rat poison. You put some peanut butter, you got to kind of dress it up to a bit and compel them to eat it and then kill them. And that's what Esau does. And Satan, one of his greatest tactics is giving the shit up front with benefits, but it fuck you in the end. Look at drug dealing. You get all that money up front, you got the cars and you chilling, then what, years down the road, you got what, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years, right? But at first, you get that first taste of that money, you get that fast money, you get that 1, 2, 3 year run, and in the end, you just get burnt. And Satan, he been doing that shit from the beginning. Give them the goodies up first, let them taste it. Look at the music industry. They let you get in, they let you sell your first album, they give you front money, right? They give you the royalties, the shows, they let you have fun for a year. Then they come to you and like, yo, you want to make that second album deal? And then they had, yo, you gotta bend over, or you gotta do this, you gotta do that.
Sacrifice.
And now it's harder for you to say no because like, yo, see if they came to you like that when you were straight up poor, you'd probably be like, man, hell no, I ain't doing that shit. But now, you tasted of the life for a year or two. Your mom's good, you got like people depend on you. And now when they come like, yo, we need you to do, if not, you can kiss your career goodbye. And most people fight with that. And if you ain't got no integrity, most people just do what they got. Hey, the Jay-Z's, the L, these different guys, they ain't about to turn down that bread, especially once they tasted of the life for 1 or 2 years. You know, they sacrifice and sell their souls just to maintain, to keep that money. And that's how Amalek gets you. But that's one of the deepest tactics of Satan. So when this DeFi central system come in, it's here, but it hasn't been fully introduced yet. Once it's fully here, it's gonna be so many benefits and shit. People gonna be having fun. People gonna be and that's why the scripture said, though they shall say peace and safety, sudden destruction gonna come in on it. Because Esau gonna make this new system so fucking beneficial and so easy to send money and get money and go here and do this and do that. People is gonna be having a ball. But once people get accustomed to it and used to it, he's gonna drop that RFID on it.
A lot of celebration is going on in the world right now. People is like living it up. There's so many things that they're looking forward to. A lot of building is going up. A lot of infrastructure is being rebuilt in New York City right now. A lot of partying is going on, you know.
They's having a barbecue right around the corner from me.
All these parades in September coming up is there was a whole hell of a lot of parades going on.
Labor Day
Dominican
and all
parade, you know, everybody having these celebrations for some reason, but that's sudden destruction soon to come. Because they not watching like how the prophets are, man. They don't know that they at the brink of destruction right now. Like them missiles is going up, man, on a high rate. But this is just test. This is test drills. Even though they warring, these are proxy wars, man. This ain't the actual war.
Right, it's like cause trust me, when America and Iran and Russia and them lock horns, you will know.
Right.
That draft would have came back, but they using this. Don't get it twisted. It is a prelude to World War III. See, if you gotta know the devil. Brothers gotta know the devil and how he move. So when you know, like, oh, I see what you're doing. Like the scriptures say, we not ignorant to Satan's devices. This is a prelude to World War III, but it's really being used to reset the globe. They using the Straits of Hormuz to cause an economic global crisis, to reset not just the America economy, but the world's economy. And when they reset the world's economy, they're gonna rise it up under the beast system. And when they onboard everybody to the beast system, they're gonna give them goodies and all of that. Then they're gonna smack them with the RFID.
That's right. Because World War III can't happen until the RFID is out and up and functioning.
And the RFID can't function until the system that it needs to run on function. Because the elites don't need people saying like, man, I took that shit and my shit ain't even work. You know what I mean? And they be like, yo, my uncle said his shit stopped working after 3 days.
Right.
So that's the last thing the elites need, people complaining that it's hiccups in their system after they done finally got you to put the charagma in you.
Okay.
So Esau is perfecting, he laying the groundwork through his software engineers. And he building his system, but like I said, it's not like he gotta build the whole planet Earth. He's building it digitally. And you could build something digitally way faster than you could physically build something. You could build Brooklyn, New York, and Brooklyn is a big ass borough. The biggest of the 5, if not Staten Island. But the point is, you could rebuild Brooklyn, New York digitally, and maybe like, I'm talking about every street corner, every house, all of that. And you're like, yo, this is a digital Brooklyn, son. That's where my aunt lives. You know what I mean? Yo, that's Albany Park right there. Oh shit, King's houses. Oh shit. Like, yo, the Jamaican store. Yo, that's the actual, like, yo, you digitally rebuild Brooklyn, the exact Brooklyn. How long it took you to do that? Oh, like 3 days. Or even faster with these smart computers and shit. So to build the digital world is not like building a physical world. So don't think we saying these things and you think, oh, I got a whole bunch of fucking time.
Nah, they got computer scenarios that project the outcome of a situation, like with War Games, that movie that was out in 1985 or 84, where they showed you a projected version of World War III, and it got out of hand because both parties, Russia and USA, thought those were real projections. Like, yo, Russia is stationed in the Gulf Coast. I mean, Atlantic coast. But they was just computer generations of the projection of what would happen. But they was getting mistaken for it being actual DEFCON alerts.
Oh.
So, you know, that's what AI is able to do, project what's going to happen with this MOTB. They got it, but now they got to bring it into physicality with their technology.
Right.
So that's what the DeFi is all about, the technology.
Kind.
You know?
Kind, beautiful. Well said.
Yeah.
Well said. Hey, brother, you dropping it today. All right, come on. Let's
Hey, yo, we gotta give it to him. Yo, we out here. Finish it off. This is Revelation 13:16. All right, and it says, because of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
Yeah, and that word mark is karagma.
Can we bring it up?
Yeah. Which is what? An actual physical and print. It ain't Christianity. So, cause look, how you gonna buy and sell? Niggas say it's Christianity. Oh, that's sin. Yo, if somebody be like, yo, you with Christianity, you could lie and be like, yeah, and buy your groceries and walk out. You have people who believe in secret, like Nicodemus in the scriptures. You know what I mean? So it got to be something more tangible where they could tell that if you got it or not. They say you're not going to be able to buy or sell. And that also tell you too, what does that tell you about physical money? Because if physical money's still around, right? I'm like, yo, bro, I'm thirsty as hell. You trying to sell that? Say the whole world is chip, but physical money's still around.
Mm-hmm.
And I say this money, some change, right? How much you selling that water for? 50 cents, right? And I'd be like, huh? And I exchange and do business. That ain't the scriptures. So, what do that tell you about physical money and people using it to do business? This shit is gonna be obsolete. They printing less and less dollars every day. Coins and pennies and shit like that, they don't even, especially pennies, they don't even print them no more. When you go to the store and you got penny change, if it ain't none in the drawer, they either round your shit down or round it up and tell your ass to take a hike.
That's right.
Because the Fed, they're not printing physical cash no more. Why? Because society is using it less and less. People got, if they be like, listen, last year we printed, or let's say last year we got $1 trillion $50 bills. And matter of fact, you don't even see, when the last time you saw a $50 bill? You see the 100, you see the 20, you see the 10, you see the 5. You see the single, but when the last time you saw a 50? Think about it.
Big face or regular?
Neither one. The bank got them, you gotta ask for them though. When you go to the ATM, they let you get 1s, 5s, 10s, and 100s. Think about it. Some ATMs might give you 50s depending on your bank, but 50s not in circulation like that. They're not being printed. So if the elites, they keep record of everything. The scriptures say how are the things that Esau searched out. So if the elites say, yo, it's $1 trillion $50 bills in circulation, but over 70% of the population had used Apple Pay last year. So what do that tell them they got the green light to do? Yo, instead of $1 trillion 50s, take that shit down to like 200 million 50s. We don't need all that money in circulation. And then what? The Fed, they burn money. They showed you that in that movie Den of Thieves. They took them old money and that's in circulation. They print new bills and they burn the old ones. But they not even print. They burning the old. They still burning the old ones and they not printing the new ones like that. So, cause why print money if people using Apple Pay? So that's karagma.
Yeah.
But going to the word, tap on karagma, it should say karat. Right. That's an imprinted, like a stake, a mark put inside you. Now, when you click on that, right here, the root word, it should say karats, right?
Yeah, karats.
Karats. And when you read on karats, what that say?
Pale or stake.
A pale or a stake, meaning it's not Christianity. It's something, when you be like, yo, put that, stake that pole in that ground. Say that pole we want, and we own this part. You be like, yo, stake that shit back in the ground, and so we can get out of here. It's a storm coming, right? So you when you stake something, like you basically like impaling something into something.
That's all it says on that.
Okay, now, so you got Poeo, you got Karagma, you got Karats, and you got the last one. It should say Grapho.
Yeah, grapho.
Right, so it's 4 words on the, you got Poeo, Karagma, Karats, and Grapho. What does it say on the Grapho?
Says to write.
Oh, to write. Now, is the white man walking around with a piece of paper, writing everybody information on the planet Earth down? I mean, that's like, I gotta put it like that, cause like, yo, when people say the MOTB, like, yeah, listen, I look at people like, yo, you don't know the scriptures, like, you don't study, you don't read, you don't like think about the scripture, because when you think about this, it's like, yo, obviously it's some type of technology he got. And the word grapho comes from the word graph, Grapho. When you take the O off, you got the word what?
Graph.
Graph. What you do with a graph? A graph is something you use to jot down information.
Like a graph chart.
Thank you.
And it's digital identification. That's what
Your medical records.
RFID stands for radio frequency identification. So it's everything put on the microscopic level. That's why it's used. They use the micro seeing because it's miniature, but it's a hell of a lot of information that can be stored on a miniature level.
But like you would do with an actual physical graph.
Right.
That's why it says grapho.
That's right. It says to write with reference to the form of the letters, to delineate letters on a tablet, parchment paper, or other materials.
A tablet. But it's funny, you do got physical tablets, but it's a device today that's
iPad. iPad is a tablet.
Yo, you can't make this shit up, bro. You can't make this shit up.
What they used to be called the blue something. What was the shit that had the pen that you write with? Look, you write on. It's on your phone, but it was with a digital pen.
I remember.
But what was the name of the device they used to use with it? It was a blue box. Nah, it was something.
A tough box?
Nah.
I forgot.
It was just before.
Remember we did
the
EMT,
razors.
they used to have the tough pads.
Yeah.
They used to sign with them.
Yep.
The digital tough pad.
Gosh.
See, that's when Esau was in his young stage. Esau, remember, he the beast now. So as time goes on, he just perfecting his craft even more and more.
Palm Pilot.
Palm Pilot. Yep. I was thinking that, and they condensed it down to something else too after that. I'll get it. It'll come across my mind, but they condensing their form of technology to the form of the chip don't have to be, or the CF don't have to be on the device. It's going to be implanted in you through the form of a grain of small as a grain of rice.
Right.
All that information is going to be stored from the time you were born until now, in that condensed amount of technology.
Right, and everybody could go through. See, with that, it'll just scan you. Right. So, say if you wanna, you going through a downtown area, it'll scan you everywhere you go. If Esau wanna grab you up, and then you about to shoot an alias or throw your wallet in the bushes somewhere, he just grab your ass up and scan your and your warrants, all of that shit'll pop up. Say you passed out, and one thing about hospitals, say you pass out, they don't know who you are, and so it could be life and death for somebody if they don't know your medical history, because they don't really know how to. First thing they're gonna do, like run an IV on them, because that's universal. They're gonna be like, check his pulse, is he breathing? Okay, run an IV. But if somebody's with you, they're gonna be like, yo, what's his medical history? And once you start naming the shit he's diagnosed with, then the doctors and nurses kind of know, like, okay, he probably had like diabetic shock or some shit like that. Give him this, give him that. But if they don't know shit about you, they don't know if you got knocked out, they don't know if you got in a fight, they don't know if you like caught a diabetic stroke, they don't know nothing. But if they got that in you, and I'm not saying this is a reason to get it, but I'm showing you how each someone puts incentives with it. They'll just be like, yo, beep, and then it just, everything will pop up.
All the medicines you're not allowed to take because you might be allergic to some of the ingredients in the medicine, all that's going to run down, you know? And they get you used to their system of being scanned, like during the C-Day. Everywhere you went, they had this electronic device scanning your forehead for your temperature, because they wanted to make sure if you got it. Remember when we went to Atlantic City?
Yo,
you can't even go into a casino without them scanning your
forehead. And they ain't had to do that.
Nah.
They do that dialysis with us.
Scan your forehead.
Yeah. That's the mentality.
Yeah. Used to it.
They be like, big.
Damn.
Yo, I forgot all about that shit, bro.
Yeah. So they getting you used to it, and it's gonna be your reality soon, man.
Remember
This
that
brother coined it, the reality, the technology, no, the mentality, the technology,
and
the reality. Alright? You need to patent that.
Yeah,
before
but
somebody steals it. Yo, it's all coming into
But the
form.
mentality and the technology always running kind of neck to neck, because Esau always finding ways to like perfect it to enslave you even more.
Yeah.
And at the same time, while he's conditioning you to accept it.
That's right. Condition right now.
And on Karama, that was it. But I want to look up one more definition. So when you check out that, it's finance, because it said no man shall buy or sell. Buying or selling dealings with what? Finance. But then it says what? Unless he have this device or this mark in his hand. So this type of device or mark is what? Technology. So if you put the two together, finance and technology, it's called fintech. And when you think about it, technology is one of the biggest fields on this earth you could be into. Because technology deals with what? Convenience. Everybody's looking at how can they live an easier, faster, cheaper, quicker life. How can we make life easier? That's what cars is about. That's what air conditioning is about. That's what airplanes is about. What? Technology, right? But when you finance is money. Finance has always been around since the beginning of time. So when you take the world of finance and you connect it with the world of technology, and when they finally collide and meet each other, that creates the beast system. It's actually called what? Fintech. Look up fintech definition.
Remember that movie Demolition Man with Wesley Snipes?
Fintech, short for financial technology.
And that's what the beast. If you read the scripture closely, it says what? It mentioned buying and selling, that's finance. Then it mentioned a device, the karama, that's technology. So I mean, it doesn't say fintech in the scriptures, but if you piece it together, you got enough sense and meditate on it long enough, you will see it. So read it again.
Fintech, short for financial technology, is the use of software, mobile apps, and algorithms to improve, automate, and deliver financial services to consumers and businesses.
There you go. There you go. And it DeFi, all that shit tied into each other. There's more on that, or that's it?
There's more.
Okay.
It replaces slow traditional banking processes with fast digital alternatives.
There you go. There you go. Fintech, which is what? The B system. Buying and selling. No man may buy or sell unless he had the device. The device is the technology. But the buying and selling, and this is the biggest shit Esau have ever accomplished in his life. And that's why Esau's so serious on this MOTB, the system he building, and the MOTB itself that's the final end game. But the system that he building, he's making sure he don't fuck this up, and he's perfecting it. Because nobody has ever merged the world of finance and technology and collided into one. Where you could actually digitize, take money and digitize it. Matter of fact, they call Bitcoin digital gold. You like digital gold? Yeah, nigga, digital gold. Matter of fact, it's worth more than actual gold. Hey, that's how these devils is playing another level. So you want to get used to these words: decentralized finance, blockchain technology, or I thought that was a bug.
Hold on. Let me get that removed, son.
Yeah. Fintech. So, and people hear these words, fintech. What is that? Like, but it's a compound word. It means financial technology. The merging of technology with money. And no nation has ever, and that's how you know Esau is the devil and he's chosen on the left-hand side. No nation on the planet has ever merged the world of technology with finance. Nobody. But he was chosen on the left-hand side to do so, to bring in that charagma, which is going to bring in World War III, which is going to usher in the wrath of the Lamb and be out of here. And with that, we hope that was edifying to the elect. All praises too.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, B'Kor Kadash.
Lord willing, that was edifying. Till next time, Shalom.
Shalom.